Hey there, everybody. It's Nasty P here again. I just watched the 5th HOH video, and, I didn't win, as you can see. I thought I had a chance. Turns out, no, I really didn't. Um, am I happy that Casey won? Absolutely. I mean, it's not Giraffes or Hunter, so I'm happy about that. As long as it's not one of those two, I have a small chance of not going up, but I know for a fact that I'm definitely going up this week in the double eviction. Reason being is that after the challenge was over, Casey messaged me on Skype. We had a nice little phone call for about 5.5 minutes. He detailed me his plan for this week. His plan this week is to backdoor Jake out of the house. Now, in order to backdoor Jake out of the house, you have to be careful because Jake is a beast at these competitions. And if he knows that he's nominated, Jake is going to give it 110% to keep himself from going home, at which point Casey would have to name another nomination. Now, in order to make Jake feel safe, we have to convince him that he is not in danger at all of going home, even if one of the nominees wins veto. That is going to be a very difficult task to do because Jake, he's very insecure, and he has right to be because people see him as the leader of this game, as the best player by far. So he probably feels like he has a giant target on the back, and he does. His worries are justified. However, if we can convince him that he is not in danger this week, we can pull this off. Now, this all hinges on the fact that either Christian, myself, or Hunter win veto this week. Preferably me or Christian win veto, or heck, even Casey wins veto, because he's already given us his word he's going to save either me or Christian. I don't know who he's going to save, so that worries me a bit. So I would prefer if I won veto, but I'm not good at these competitions, so yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, moving forward, so the plan is nominate myself, Christian, and Hunter. Casey detailed his reasoning for this because, let's see, he has to keep his rivalry with Hunter going because the two hate each other. It would not make sense if he didn't nominate Hunter now. He doesn't nominate Hunter, red flags go off in other people's heads. Something's not right. He has to nominate Christian because him and Christian have a little bit of a rivalry going where we're on opposites. Those two are on opposite sides of the alliances, and he needs to get rid of the people on the opposite side. I fall into that same category because his belief is that you fans see it as him and Jake versus the rest of the house. And in order to reinforce that fact, he has to nominate the three of us. Now, going into POV, it looks like Christian and I are going to have to try our asses off. One of us has to get that POV because if Jake gets POV, there's no guarantee he's going to use it. One of us is going home. However, if Casey wins POV, there's no guarantee he'll use it again. So either one of us both of us could be going home again. If one of us win it, we're guaranteeing that at least one of us is going to see next week live in the Final Four. The only downside of this is if Giraffes wins POV. Now, if Giraffes uses POV, I'm not getting that POV because I know Giraffes hates me for some justified reasons, so I'm not going to say it out loud. But we hate each other, and there's nothing we can do to fix that. So we're probably never going to be friends after this, and that's okay. So if Giraffes wins it, he probably doesn't use it at all. The three of us stay up there. Once again, me and Christian, one of us is going home. We want to guarantee that one of us makes it through to next week. So in order to do that, one of us has to win the veto. And to do that, we're going to have to get around Jake and his advantage going into it. We don't know what the advantage is, but we're pretty sure it's good enough for him to win. And he doesn't need any more advantages. He's already good enough at this game as it is. Now that I've detailed pretty much the standing of everyone in this house, who do I trust? Obviously, I trust Christian. I trust myself, obviously. I trust Jake to a lesser degree than Christian. And I trust Casey about a little more than Jake, but not as much as Christian. And the reason being is that Casey's done this to me before where he told me he was safe, told me that I was safe, and I wasn't. I ended up going home, and I had to fight my way back into this house. So his words don't really hold a lot of weight. But I like the guy. He's a nice guy. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. Because, the first time, it was out of his control. Jake was the one who determined that. So, yeah, that's who I trust. Talking about mine and Giraffe's relationship, I made the mistake of thinking that our feelings towards each other in this game would carry over to Stardom, where he was a judge and I was a contestant. And I felt that my scores were unfairly biased. I was wrong in that regards, and I did offer my apologies to him. He accepted the apology, but he said, what's done is done. We're probably never going to be friends. And that I understand. I wished him the best of luck in the game that we're playing right now in the house, and I wish him best of luck in life. I wish him nothing but success, and I understand why he feels this way. Now moving on to Hunter. Man, dude, you're a nice kid. I will give you that. But you haven't talked to me since I've came back in this house. I mean, sure, I could have messaged you once, but at the same time, you also could have messaged me at some time. So I don't know where your head's at, and I know I can't trust you now. And besides, what pisses me off about that competition, it's not the results. I'm fine with how it ended. But what upsets me is that Hunter didn't even try to play the game. Why is he still in this game if that's the case? I don't understand that. He's turning into Michael. And I mean, I figured that the only thing that would save him would be these diary room confessionals, so that way he doesn't get penalty eviction votes. But now that the DRs are no longer required, what's he going to do in this game? I haven't seen him make any activity whatsoever other than try and start drama. And that's what pisses me off. It's like I'm busting my ass so that way I can get further in this game, and he ain't doing jack shit. So I think of the three of us that are on the block, I would definitely love to see Hunter go home. Nothing against the man personally, but dude, try in this game, please. It annoys the hell out of me. God, duh. Anyway, that's all I got to say this week, so I'll catch you guys after the POV ceremony. Once again, this is the Nasty One, signing off.